everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Holly and welcome to an art adventure with me. So today I'm just going to do a small colouring book, so a small art haul which consists of colouring books and also some new fancy art supplies. I'm so excited to share this with you, like super excited. I hope you enjoy this video. It's just a little fun video that I thought I'd throw together than my usual hour-long videos. Just a bit of swatching of this new art supply that I've gotten, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. And yeah, well, let's get into the art supplies. So today we're going to do a little bit of an art haul. So I've ordered a few things online, some things from the Art Shed in Brisbane, some things from Jackson's Art Supplies in Adelaide and in the UK, I believe, and also some things from Amazon. So I'll go through the smaller things first. So I went to Eckersley's Art and Craft here in Australia, which is literally just about a 15-minute drive from me. And I managed to find some things on sale. First and foremost, I picked up some my Prismacolor top-up pencils that I use the most. And there's quite a lot of pencils in this bag. So I'm just going to rip the bag because I don't want to like pour them out. But I find that I'm using a lot of this apple green, so I actually got two apple greens here. I'll just zoom you in a little bit so you can see more clearly what we're dealing with. I got the apple greens here. I got a spring green. I got two whites because that last colouring page used my whites. I was like, I might need more of these if I'm going to be doing black enamel. I got another black. I got another pale sage because they only had one left, and I was like, I already got one last time I went there, but I was like, no, I want to get another one. So we got more pale sage, goldenrod, yellow ochre. I got two light peaches because if I'm going to be doing skin more, I'm probably going to need these more. And I got sky blue light, another 90% cool grey because I used a lot of that, pink rose and cream, light aqua, sunburst yellow, sand and a sap green light. So these tend to be the colours that I've used the most, and when I look at this palette I'm like, I don't know how often I use these, but obviously because I'm using my Prismacolors a lot more, because they're really great to use, I'm using them a lot more. So that is the coloured pencil haul that I did for Prismacolors, and they are going to go in my lovely pencil case. So while we're here, let's put them in that pencil case so I can show you what that looks like. I'm just going to zoom you out so we can see it. And I'm just going to try and remember where the back is so that all my spares go in the back of the pencil case. At least I know I'm not going to be running out of a colour anytime soon, which I think, so that's the front. So this will be the back. Aha! So we've got plenty of room here. And the good thing is these are like single pencil slots, so you can just slot them right in and they'll go in quite easily. Now I'm not going to make you watch me put all of these into a pencil case, so we'll be back with the next piece in a moment. So that's the pencil haul. Okay, now while I was there I got a few other bits and pieces. So So we'll go through them. So the bits and pieces that I got at Eckersley's Art and Craft. I found this, I saw this really cool, I'll zoom you in now. This really cool mechanical pencil from Tombow Mono. And it's a pastel purple. It's a 0.5 millimeter tip, and I thought, okay, that's pretty, it's different from your average 0.7. And look at this. So it's got a weight in it. Can you see that? So if I just do that, can you see that? So this is a weight here. So that's the mono pencil. And then I picked up some leads to go with it. And then the next thing I bought was this mono eraser. So like almost like a pencil eraser and a refill, because these were on special. I do have my Kent electric eraser, which is this. And so I do use this a lot, but I also wanted one that didn't vibrate. So I thought this would be good while they were on special. And I got a 3-pack of Jelly Roll white gel pens. So in fine, medium and bold. So you got the 3 different sizes. That's pretty cool. I then found a Prismacolor Magic Rub. So apparently, I have no idea what this eraser does. I'm sure we'll find out in a future video. But apparently it's supposed to erase your Prismacolor pencils quite well. So I guess we'll find out what that does. And then I also wanted another kneadable eraser. I thought I lost my kneadable eraser, and then I found it. It was right in front of me. It's always where you put it last. Found it because it looks like blue tack, and it's attached to one of my my rotating pen carriers, and I found it. Yep. So that's the kneadable eraser. Then I never actually got one of these, but this was also on special. The Prismacolor Premier sharpener. Now I do have a Dial 133, so that's right here attached to my desk on the right. But I just wanted to see what this does, and if it, if it helps when the pencils get a bit shorter. So, I mean, it is a Prismacolor, it is Prismacolor. So I was hoping maybe they designed it, yeah, to sharpen your Prismacolors to the perfect point, and it keeps your shavings inside. So I thought I'd give that a go, see how that goes. And then while I was there, I found this real funky uni fine liner pens, which comes with a fancy like neoprene bag. And these are, it's supposed to be a super ink, ultra smooth flow, waterproof and fade proof ink. Super tough writing tip. There's actually the little window displays the tip width, and it comes in a pencil case, and I'll show you what the pencil case looks like. So it comes in this little pencil case here, which I found really cool. And so for example, if we pull this one out, so this is the 0.9. And then as you can see in that little window, you can actually see the tip in that little window. I thought that was quite unique. And you get quite a few, so I was actually quite happy with that little haul there. So I was like, oh yeah, that works. So that's actually quite cool. And then the fact that it comes in a little carry case, you can take that around anywhere with you. So I thought that was pretty cool. Next thing I got, also from Eckersley's Art and Craft. Jazz Art is a sort of like it's a decent brand. It comes from the art store, and it's like I thought that I'd get some like better quality aqua brushes, and these come in fine, medium and broad tip and different colors and easy flow. So I thought I'd give them a whirl, especially for the next one of the things that I've recently gotten, and you'll find out shortly. I think these will be really useful for them. So we're going to play around with these shortly. So probably maybe the fine tip or the medium tip possibly, but it looks like it's supposed to be a good push thing. Like the other ones I've got are just cheap water pens, but these are actually quite, I thought these were pretty cool. So these we're going to use soon, so we're just going to put them aside. So that is my Eckersley's Art and Craft haul. Next up, I found this at Kmart of all places. Now I've never played around with jelly gouache and or gouache at all, paint, and Kmart had this for like $6, so I don't expect the quality to be amazing, but I found playing around with it for the first time. $6 for 12 paints, jelly cup colors seems to be okay, and you've got, looks like you've got all the primary colors here along with like a purple. You can easily make pink and maybe even a darker purple, a lighter green. Like you've got enough colors here to play around with. That's sort of what I'm thinking, which is really good. So that was exciting, and we are going to play around with this shortly because this is another thing why I've got those water brushes as well. But I'll just unwrap that. Excuse the noise from the wrapping. I'm just going to rip that off because we don't need that. So, and I thought it came in a really cool little container as well. So let's have a look at this. So it lifts off. Oh wow. And they come in like little, look at this. Like if you're in Australia, like they got like little lids, so you can take this off and then put this on to protect it. Like how cool is that? And a little tiny palette here. Like how awesome is that? I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll play around with those shortly. Okay, let's cover that so I don't hurt myself. So that's the gouache. Okay, Amazon. I'm saving the best product to last because I'm excited about this. Now from Amazon, I got the rest of Maria Troll's colouring books and her latest one. So I got, I'll just zoom you out. So we got Luna, Nightfall, Twilight Garden, Maria Troll Universe, and then Fairy Tale Worlds. I was so excited about this. I've already picked a page that I want to colour, which is this here. If I picked any other pages, like this is probably the first page I want to colour here in Fairy Tale Worlds. This is just, I don't know whether if that's a pumpkin or an apple. I want to make it an apple because it doesn't look like a pumpkin. To me, it looks like an apple. So I might make that an apple. Possibly. Either a red or a green apple. Might go red. I don't know. We'll figure that out shortly. But I thought that this was beautiful. And then so that's I like that. Yeah, that's the page I've already picked out. And we're not going to do any book flip throughs there. They're just going to go back in my shelf. But that's the colouring books that I recently got, along with all the others. Right, this next thing. So I have never used Neocolour 2s. So now we're going to talk about Neocolour 2s. And I've seen lots of YouTubers out there use them, and I'm like, I need to know what this art supply is. And I'm a full set syndrome kind of girl, as you've noticed. I need to have the full set. I want the full set. I don't want to go, oh yes, I really like these, and oh, I'm going to get more. So it was either I'm all in or all out. So I just went all in. I investigated, tried to work out the best way to get them. They brought out those lovely special edition sets. So I was like, how do I do this? So I spent 3 hours collating the colours that were in the special edition sets, compared them against the 84 set, and I removed the duplicates, and I was left with 50 colours out of the 84 that I needed to purchase separately. So guess what I did? I bought, this is what I did, and I'll show you. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bought the special edition sets and all the extra set, all the extras, the 50 extras. So that was rather exciting stuff. So yeah, this little case has these 2 in it because I was playing around with them yesterday, the other day. These are all the extra 50, so there's 25 in each of these little cases. But I'm thinking I might put them in a separate case, like put them in colour order possibly. So like the pinks and reds might go in here. That's another thing that I got from Kmart. Was this photo and craft storage box, and this is what I'm going to store my Neocolour 2s in. Easy to get to, and they'll be safe from the cats. So yeah, so while I was playing around with them, so the first 2 colour palettes, I swatched them out. So on the back of these, they have like a little swatch sheet, which I thought was rather interesting. So I've swatched them out. So these are the 2 colours that are out of the, so this is out of that pack. That's this one, and then that's out of this one. So, and then you got a pastel edition. I think that's pop, possibly. And then you got the dark theme over here. This is the skin tone. And I can't remember what this one was called. It doesn't actually tell you on the thing, so, but I know, but these are all I got all of them. I got all the special edition plus the 50 that were missing. So all up, I think I've got about 90 Neocolour 2s. I got all of them. I got the full set, including the special editions. I went all out. And after playing around, just for pure playing around, and this is my sketchbook that I bought from Eckersley's Art and Craft a while ago. This is a Draw and Wash 250 GSM. I played around. I literally just opened I forgot that I was on the first page, but this is the blues that I had in the first set, and this is the greens, and then this is like the yellow greens, and like I was really happy with the way that everything sort of blended. And then I went over here and I played around with the sort of like the skin tones. So that's 2 different purples, and then I was really happy with the way they blended. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then this is me scraping it on. This is another thing I got. So I also bought the plexiglass palette. However, it came like this. It came broken. It's okay. I contacted the art shed and they gave me a refund but told me to keep it. And I'm like, well, I can still use it. Like, it's only snapped in half. It just means that I will most likely use this half. But it still does the job. It's just not one piece. So my OCD is like, but I want it to be one. But it's okay. We can still use it. I got it for free, essentially. So I scraped them on here and used them on here. So that's what I did with that. So after only playing around with some of these, just these colours in this case here, I fell in love with them already. Like, I'm in love. Like, I can't wait to put these to the test in my colouring books and actually start using them. And I'm already working on a piece in one of my colouring books already. And I can't wait to show you what it looks like. I've only done one layer in the colouring book, so, but I'm thinking I might add a little bit more to it now that I've got the other colours and I can sort of build on that colour palette. So I was just like, these are amazing. Like, if those of you who have these are amazing. And I'm so happy I have them. I'm excited to have them. And I'm just like, must use Neocolour 2s. And I love them. Like, I've never owned a Caran d'Ache product before, so for me this is like the first step into their pencils. And I'm hoping for my 40th in October I get the pencils. Like, that is my one big 40th birthday wish, is to get the Caran d'Ache Luminance 100 set of pencils. Because then you know what I'll be using together? I'll be using these for my backgrounds and the pencils. Just, yeah, it'll work. But for now, these will be for my backgrounds. Maybe, mostly. Maybe along with the other things that I have. And you will go from there. But how awesome is all of this? So I know some of you might think I'm crazy, but I could afford this, and it was sort of like my own personal early birthday present to myself, going, hey, let's get the Neocolour 2s. And why not just go out and get everything? So I've got the special edition sets, and plus the extra ones that were missing. And none of them are broken. They came all the way from the UK, the extra 50, and this all came from Jackson's Art Supplies from the UK, from overseas, and everything came beautifully packaged. They were literally all put together in a bag, tightly compact, then put into a box, then put into another box. Nothing was breaking. I was really happy that nothing broke. So if anything breaks, it's my own fault. But I also know not to be too hard with them as well, because, you know, that's how you break crayons, and I don't want to break them. So, but I really, really like them. I really love, what I love about them the most, I don't know if any of you noticed, but we're going to go with one of my favourite colours here. For those of you that have them, they have these special arrows, so you can actually peel this off when you get down, and you get down to here. So that's really exciting. And I've actually got a really fancy pastel sharpener, so I could potentially sharpen these, but I don't want to ruin, like, I think the trick would be to sort of like use it on each side so you still get that point. But I mean, they're beautiful. Like, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love them. So yeah, so that is the Neocolour 2s. But I thought maybe we could have a play around with some of them in my sketchbook. And I'm probably going to use an actual, so I tend to use this as sort of like, to sort of dry. I thought maybe we could play around with some colours here. I haven't quite got to that stage yet, especially the special editions. I'm really excited about these pastel colours. So let's give them a little bit of a swatch. I'll zoom out so we can see everything that we're doing. They open up like this. Like, how gorgeous is that package? Isn't that beautifully packaged? Like, and they have this little foam thing to protect them. But I will probably take them out of these and put them in the cases in colour order at some point. Not right now. So we're just going to take one out at a time. So I figured maybe we could just see what they look like when we activate them with water. And the great thing about these is that you don't have to press too hard to get the color that you want or need. Generally, when I'm using a paintbrush, I like to go with the lightest color first. So, and I found that just like that is like a silvery, that's like silver. Let me zoom you in here. Let's move these out of the way. But that's like silver, isn't it? So that's really interesting. And then this is the green. It just picks the pigment up and it just like all the streaks, everything just disappears from the page. I find it a lot of fun. I'm just creating swatches, like just because I want to see what the colors look like when they're wet, like when we activate them, because essentially that's what you're doing with these. They're a water-based, water-soluble product. But I found that you can really pick up the pigment. Like the pigment gets, spread around quite easily, which is what I liked about them in the first place. I just thought that was really cool that you could easily pick up the pigment. Now this is obviously in like a watercolor sketchbook, so this is sort of like designed to handle a bit of water. But in my colouring books I use a lot less water. But the colouring book that I'm using these in at the moment can actually handle quite a bit, so yeah. I'm still trying to work out what I want to do for the background in that book. But you know what I'm going to be using these for now, don't you? My big double page spread. So that's the pastels. Like look how pastel they are. That's just one coat. So that's exciting stuff. Like I'm excited here to keep going. Like to keep going. So that's the pastels. Like the pastel colors. So that's the pastel colours. The next colours that I want to have a look at are these, because these are the bright and bubbly ones. So let's have a look at these. Look at these. Look how bright and awesome these are. So we'll just... maybe we'll do it next to it. So... I'm really looking forward to doing water with these. I think water would be amazing with all of these, like especially that pale blue, those pale blues. I think that'd be really nice. So this is this set here. So let's have a look and see what this does. I will probably start from the top and work my way down because it looks like it goes from light to dark. But you see how that pigment just gets picked up and just brought, like, I think that's beautiful. Like, you can't even see any of the scratchings on the, like, it just picks up the pigment so well. Like, they are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with these. I never thought I would be in love with a watercolor, but these are making me fall in love with like watercolor products. Like, oh, they're just absolutely divine, which tells me that their pencils are probably going to be just as, you know, like amazing. I'm looking forward to using the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils now. Like, I cannot wait to own them. And then it'll be like, do I get them their own case or do I leave them in their own case? Because I left my polychromos in their big, I got a big wooden box case, so of course I'm going to leave them in that. But I just love the way that the pigment just gets picked up off the page and creates this lovely water effect. And they blend beautifully as well together. But obviously we want to see what the colours are by themselves. So just a little bit of a swatch session at the moment, I thought, you know. Sometimes it's nice to see things swatched out, especially if you're like umming and ahhing and whether or not you actually want to purchase, you know, these. And I guess I've done it for you, so, you know, if there's a particular art supply you want me to play with more, just let me know. Like, I've got these now, so we can play around with these. And I mean, I'm already using them, so, oh, look at this. See, this is just, I love how the pigment just gets picked up off the page and it just treats like a watercolor. Like, I love it. So that's those two sets. So that's exciting, isn't it? And then the dark set, I've got like 50 other, I'm not going to make you watch 50 swatches of the other watercolors. That would be torturous. I mean, would it be torturous? So this is the dark set. Like, look at the dark set. Like that they're dark. So they look really cool. So they look rather lovely. Like, that'd be nice for your shadows, I think. This is still a bit wet down here, so I'm just gonna dab that. Yeah, I think that's like a silver. That's a silvery color. That could go like over the top if you wanted to like make a silver sort of thing. But look at how pastel they are compared to how bright and poppy these are. Like that's really cool. That's really exciting stuff. So yeah, that is my lovely art haul. I will swatch these while we're here, because you've already seen the swatches of the other two sets. I'll swatch these. I will probably swatch, you know, the other 50 off camera on a proper swatch card, just so that I can see them all together. And then I'm thinking these are probably going to get a designated swatch decks card. So, because I can fit 150 on these and there's only 90 of them, so they can each have their own separate things. So I'll probably swatch them out so that we can, I'll probably swatch them out on this. That way the Neocolours will be all on that, and maybe do a pretty pattern on this. I think that'll be really cool. So they're going to get swatched out with that. Do you want to see me swatch things out on the Swatch Deck Studio by Sarah Renae Clark? Just curious. Because I was thinking of making that a separate video so we could see what we can do. And I already know what. Now, I've only got 2 studio boxes. And I already know which art supplies I'm swatching on them. Because I've got swatch cards, like the big A4 swatch cards. But obviously I want to work out what we're going to put on there. So I'm going to put the colours, like the mediums that I use the most of, on the 8 swatch decks that I have. So one whole drawer is literally dedicated to Derwent, because I have a lot of Derwent products. So all my Derwent stuff are going to get swatched in these. I haven't actually swatched out my Inktense, so I'll probably swatch them out. And now that I've got these are getting designated. These are going on a swatch decks. And then, but I also want to swatch them on a big card as well, so I can see all the colours in one thing. So I like to swatch things out, obviously multiple ways. And then I'm definitely going to swatch my Prismacolors and my Polychromos. And then I might leave one blank for my Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils at some point, maybe. Or I was thinking of doing the Black Widows. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I've already swatched out the Black Widows, so I probably don't need to swatch them again, but I'm just trying to work out what will get swatched on these. And I've only got 8, so I've got to choose carefully, choose wisely. What am I going to be using the most of? So definitely Prismacolors, definitely my Derwent supplies, definitely my Polychromos, definitely Neocolour 2s now. So the next stage would be like, what's the last? There's one left to allocate. So I'll work out what we're going to allocate that to later. But that's what we're going to do. But these are the Sarah Renae Clark swatch decks, for those of you that don't know. Now, so I will be swatching mine this way, so down this way, and then you write it underneath here. A lot of people have done it this way, but I'll be doing it this way, because this is the way that Sarah just like, but it doesn't matter. You can swatch them whichever way works for you, but I'll be doing it this way. I've already started doing one for my Polychromos and writing all the names down first before I swatch them. But since I want to swatch my Neocolour 2s, I might swatch them on this first. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. So let's swatch these out, play around with these. So let's just move that out the way. So up here, they're just so lovely to use. Right, let's see what these look like all swatched out. Oh, look at that. That's like a nice grey black. See, that'd be good if you wanted to do like a nighttime sort of thing. I think like a nighttime. So this would be good for like nighttime themes. Oh wow, look at this. It's like a a really dark brown. I just love the way the pigment moves on the page. Like I'm amazed just by that in itself. Just the way that you can get the pigment to move on the page. And the fact that you can layer them as well. Like you could go around and layer on top of these. I think that'd be really cool. But like this paper's got a lot of tooth in it. So the fact that I can pick up the pigment and get rid of all the actual scratch marks from me, you know, scratching it, putting the pigment on the page, the fact that it moves the pigment around I think is actually quite mesmerizing. Oh wow, see, it's always good to swatch your supplies, I've found. I never used to when I was younger, but as I got older and started getting into colouring more, I found that swatching them was really helpful and really useful. This is just like, seriously, I'm in love with these. I'm in love with them. I absolutely love them. So let me know in the comments if there's a particular art supply you want to see me use more of that you've seen in my collection or that you know that I've got. Is there a particular art supply that I don't have that you want me to try out, see if I can try it out? I haven't got any distress inks yet. I'm not 100% sure if I want to add them to my collection, but then I've seen a lot of other people use them and I'm like, I want to know what they're like, so who knows? So yeah, it's a very earthy palette, isn't it? This particular palette. I mean, look at that palette. It's gorgeous. That is gorgeous as well. Like a gorgeous palette. Like I could seriously just make an art piece just by swatching all of these and just swatching them in little, like in a sketchbook. But yeah, so that's the Neocolour 2s. That's some of the special edition ones, the special edition sets, which I find to be extremely gorgeous. So I think there's 3 in each. So there's 3 colours in each special edition set that are new. So there's 10 colours in each set. So 7 of them are already in the 84 set. If any of you would like me to email you my findings, like what's duplicates and stuff like that, my email address is on my page, is on my channel. So shoot me an email and I'm happy to email it to you if you like. I don't click on any links or anything, so don't send anything to me and I won't be opening any attachments. But if you want me to send it to you, or maybe what I could do is, maybe what I might do is create something on Ko-fi and then you can download it from Ko-fi. And then it's up to you whether or not you want to, if you want to support the channel or not. I might do that, maybe. That might be something I could do. But I spent 3 hours collating the data in an Excel spreadsheet. So I can make it look pretty and everything and show you what's a duplicate and what's not a duplicate. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. But I've got them all now. I've got them all. Do I need them all? I don't know. I might do. I might use them all. I will make sure I use them all. Maybe we'll do a fancy page. We'll do a watercolor thing where we've got to use every color, every Neocolour. I think that'd be really cool. That'd be really fun, I think. Yeah. So that is my art haul. I'm still working on some projects at the moment. So this video may come out later in the week. If you would like to see more. So yeah, that's all the Neocolour 2s. Well, the special editions at least. Let me know if you want to watch me swatch these out. So I might record it, that way it's recorded. And if you want me to bring it out in a video so you can see them all being swatched, let me know in the comments. Okay? Well, that was my art supply haul for this week. I'm super excited to start using the Neocolour 2s. I hope you're excited to start seeing them in my colouring pages and maybe some other art things that were art adventures as well. I know that I bought everything, but I really investigated and really collated the data so that I could work out what ones were missing out of the special editions, because I wanted all the special editions, but I was like, buying all the special editions would be the same price as buying the big 84 sets. I was like, okay, well, let's work out what's in the special editions and what's in the 84, and then remove, take out the duplicates and just buy them singly. And luckily enough, Jackson Art Supplies are having an art sale, so I got all the single ones from Jackson Art Supplies and they all came unbroken, perfectly in good shape, so I'm very happy. So yeah, so that's my art haul. So you'll probably see these things pop up every now and then, especially the Neocolour 2s and maybe that lovely mono pencil that I got. I thought that was really lovely as well. And you'll definitely be seeing Sarah and A. Clark's swatch decks coming out every now and then when I'm trying to pick a colour palette. I'm trying to choose what colours. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see me swatch out the Neocolour 2s in Sarah and A. Clark's swatch decks, because that's where they're going. So let me know if that's what you want to see. I will record it regardless. If you want to see it as a video, let me know and I'll pop it up. Do you want a speed, a montage video, or would you like to see all of the colours? Let me know. There's 90 colours, so it might be a long video. I don't know, it might not be too long, but it's definitely going to be like half an hour, or more than half an hour possibly. Maybe I could do the long version and I could do the sped up version. Maybe we'll do that. And then, for those that want to see everything swatched out properly, you can go the long version. And for those that want to see the short version, you can watch the short version. I might do that. That might be something to look forward to. Do you also want to see any flip throughs of any of the new colouring books that I've got? Let me know if you want me to do a full book flip through. Do you prefer a chatty flip through? Do you prefer a silent flip through with some lovely calming music? Let me know. Yes, I've had a haircut and I've also had my hair coloured. I've really made myself over on the weekend. I'm feeling fresh, refreshed. So looking forward to, I'm trying to grow out my undercut here that you cannot see. That's the idea. So hopefully more hair will be there by the end of the year. But yeah. So that's it for today. I do have more videos coming. I hope you enjoyed this art haul. Again, let me know in the comments what you want to see from me, what you're expecting, what you expect from this channel, and what you'd like to see as well. And are there any other colouring books that you'd like to see me colouring that I do own in my collection? Let me know. Yeah, so if you would like to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.